fully insult players. That's a human being, human being vibe, brother. Leave it on the pitch. Cursing him out is insane.
Don't watch my watch along for don't watch my watch along then for Bayern. You don't like this. Just don't do it. If that bothers you, just don't do it.
Arsenal fans are the worst. Can't say a player had a good game because you hate him. What does GG?
Get the
fuck out of here.
Yeah, there we go. Kai Havertz had a good game. Do you know one thing I was going to say? I'm not slagging him off at all because he can't help this. When I watched Gyökeres earlier, I still can't believe Sporting started him on the bench. But the goal he scored, he had the one thing, and Kai Havertz doesn't have it in his locker. That ability to power past somebody, just you drop a shoulder and you power past someone and shoot. Yeah. And I see Kai Havertz in good position sometimes, and he just doesn't have the physical prowess to be able to do that. And I'm not blaming him because you knew what you were getting before you bought him. But if you guys can bring someone in who can power past defenders, that's just an extra 5 goals maybe a season, which makes a huge difference.
What do you think of Sesko?
Yeah, look, I think Sesko's good. I think Gyökeres is better. But then Gyökeres is 26, 27. He should be better than a 21-year-old, you know. But I think that the positions your number 9 gets themselves into, I think Sesko will do a better job more often than Kai Havertz.
He can't create chances for himself, and that's something what Victor Gyökeres does well, is that he can create chances for himself.
Yeah,
and that's what I like about him, to be fair.
I get that. Manny here says Kai's 2GA doesn't deserve any praise, apparently. So I actually thought he's touched for the first goal. I thought the touch for the first goal was really good. I thought he meant it.
I can see there's like a trend here of what these. Listen, guys, all I'm gonna say to you guys, is listen, he had a good game today. Yes, Kai Havertz had a good game today in regards to scoring and assisting, but I didn't forget that this guy is one of the sole reasons why we are in none of the we're still in one cup competition, but he's one of the sole reasons why we got out against Manchester United at home, people. Yeah, and then instead of you guys actually sitting there and understanding the situation that we're in,
wait.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, because this guy sits here. This guy sits here and says, "Oh, Raheem Sterling's not that bad." That's like me sitting here telling you Kyle Walker's not been that bad. That's like me sitting there saying Kyle Walker's been all right.
Today a match reaction. Am I not supposed to react to today's game?
No. 100% you are. 100% you are. But if I'm still not happy with the player, I can say, okay, maybe let me say he had a good game, but I'm still not happy with the guy.
Bro, I'm not happy with him either, though. I'm not happy with Sterling. So that like I think you're looking at my arguments as two different things. I'm not happy with either of them. I want upgrades on all of them. However, you can still say do things to platform them so they can form their best. Those are two different arguments, and you can have the same. You can have those two different conversations, and in the same space. They're not conjoined together, right?
I don't think Sach should be allowed actually to criticize Kai Havertz for the amount of wakas he sang on streams on every single platform.
I'm only angry because he backed him and it's back. It's like a lot of Man United fans did that with Ten Hag. They went all in for how great he's going to be,
and then like a woman that's cheated on him, basically.
And then he did. And then when it went wrong, they're like, this man's a fraud. No, you just got it wrong. It's not that he's a fraud. You got it wrong.
Terry,
your guess was wrong. Yeah.
He was slapping his chest and everything, saying, my player. Now he's sitting here calling him a fraud. What are we doing? Son, it's okay.
Listen, man. We make... Listen, sometimes you place your bet on the wrong horse, bro. Do you know what I mean?
It's okay. It's okay.
Like,
one second. Guys, you don't have to call him caca. But you still don't have to call him crap also. Just be like,
all I'm saying,
he is what he is.
You know what?
We could just summarize this real quick.
All I'm gonna say,
had a good game.
All I'm gonna say is sometimes you place your bet on the wrong horse or donkey in this case. But
sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
This is how I know.
Yeah, I hear that.
If we ever get to winning back major honors, it will just take one bad season for him to call that same player who won us a league title shit also.
No. You're missing something. Yeah. I value consistency over long periods. Yeah, and I value consistency, especially when they give you that goal scoring threat and their goal scoring threat, and they end up winning you a league title, bro. Brother, that's something that you have to respect, and that's called credit in the bank. Something that Kai Havertz doesn't have is credit in the bank right now. Yeah, Kai Havertz doesn't have that. But anyway, let's move on because
I agree. I want to move on from the Kai Havertz conversation because I think we've done it to death on the show today. Steve,
I'm gonna head out if you're not gonna talk.
Yeah, no worries, bro. Yeah, no worries, bro. Steve, what happened today at Bayern Munich? 3-0 defeat to Feyenoord after Benfica collapsed last night. Not been a good couple of days for you in the Champions League, Steve, my boy.
No, not at all. Yeah, I said before the game, Feyenoord would win. You cannot trust this Bayern Munich team at all, really, particularly away from home against half-decent opposition. De Kuip is one of the last grounds I would ever want to go to as an opposition fan. That atmosphere is bonkers. They really, really perform well consistently there. But having said that, Leverkusen did a few months ago go there and win 4-0 very easily and made Feyenoord look disgraceful. So that just shows the real level between the two clubs right now, Leverkusen and Bayern Munich. But yeah, everything I said about Bayern is happening, and this is what happens when you get arrogant and you have a mediocre transfer window where you get Olise, yes, but then we bring in Palhinha. Company doesn't favor him. Either way, he's injured, so it doesn't matter. Plays Goretzka, this freaking bum, as a midfielder. He's terrible. Did nothing in the game. Kimmich, one of the most overrated players in a long, long, long time. He's not a midfielder. His ego is out of whack. He's a right back, but he thinks he's a midfielder. He was woeful today. Sane came on, did nothing. Coman came on, did nothing. Gnabry came on, did nothing. Kane had two really good chances, screwed both of them up. Musiala as well. I thought we were Musiala FC, but then when he doesn't play good, nothing goes good. He was very poor tonight. Olise was not good tonight. Feyenoord defended extremely well. Trauna and the other bald center back, Hančko, Slovak center back, were brilliant in the air. They defended 1v1s really well. Shape was great. They always had a threat on the break through Haj Musa and other winger Igor Paschal. Santi Jimenez showed what a real 9 looks like. He's got physicality, good first touch, so many striker instincts that you want in a 9. He's brilliant. He had 2 chances tonight, one from the penalty spot and one from a long ball from Geach Small. It was excellent finish. Neuer was a hologram in goal. He's done. This Bayern Munich team just continues to show me how overrated we really are. Company is not the man for the job, trusts the wrong players, doesn't get enough out of the squad as a whole. And we look horrible away from home against decent opposition time after time after time. Freiburg this Saturday, that's probably a loss because they're a half-decent team. Lost to Aston Villa this year, lost to Mainz, lost to freaking Barcelona. Drew with the worst Dortmund team I've seen in a long-ass time. So, yeah, we're not going to win any trophies. This is another game to show why. And, yeah, it's really about it, bro. I don't know what else I could say. We're following the pattern of others. Juventus had decade of winning Serie A titles. Look where they are now, complete rebuild. We're not going to avoid that. Look at Man United. They had domestic dominance for a long time. Once you lose that first league title, though, and you go years and years without it, it's really hard to get back up on the throne. And people thought, oh, it's the Bundesliga. We're richer than everybody else. Yeah, but we're not being smarter than everyone else. That's what it is.
Is your game this weekend in the league or cup?
Yeah.
In the league.
We're out of the cup. We're out of the cup.
Yeah. Who did you? Oh, you're playing Freiburg. Okay, yeah, they were 8th. Do you have a feeling that Leverkusen will catch you?
Of course. Season? Of course. They're going to win a cup double again. Yes, league and cup. Because their manager is far better.
Do not win the league this season.
We won't.
Like, should it has to be a conversation on if Harry Kane is genuinely got like...
You know what it is with Harry Kane? Harry Kane is the definition of wrong place, wrong time. Every career move he made of the two that it's wrong place, wrong time, bro. That's what it is. He came to Bayern 5 years
as well for about 10, 11, 12 years. Like literally in a row. Harry Kane joins, they don't win the league.
But that's literally what Steve just said. It's
wrong.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. He is joined at the end. Do you know what's ironic? We won't.
It's a shame. It's a shame we're doing City. Sorry.
No, that's right. Yeah. No. I mean, the City deal.
Maybe even them winning.
even last summer when Man United wanted him, and it was more like, no, I'm more likely to win at Bayern Munich. We won an FA Cup, and we could still, like, if it had been with. If we had Harry Kane now, like, there's a chance of winning a cup competition still. Can you imagine if in the 2 years he's been at Bayern, Man United have more trophies, as bad as we are? It's actually crazy.
What I'm starting to worry about with Kane is that he's not even doing the dropping deep and playmaking no more. Because if you look at his touches, I bet there wasn't barely any. His finishing, it's looking a bit. He hasn't had an open play goal in the Bundesliga, and I think all comps since November. Open play.
Wow.
So he won us a game against Gladbach that we also were very, very fortunate to not lose, to be honest, because we missed sitter after sitter after sitter. I'm very, very worried, but I knew I'd be in this position, bro. This is what happens. You have your time at the top as a club in sport, and eventually you do have a barren spell. It's inevitable. So Leverkusen, I would be shocked, and I'd crash it more on them for not defending their title than us winning it, to be honest. We're not people give us a benefit of the doubt for what reason? Why? We're not the Bayern team with Alcantara, Lewandowski, Javi Martinez, Hummels, Prime Neuer, all these guys, Philipp Lahm, these guys.
I think people give you the benefit of the doubt domestically because typically speaking, you rarely are up against teams that are as good as this Leverkusen side. Right. If you think about the last 10 years, how many other German teams have been, for 2 years running, have been as good as this? Dortmund have had their moments, but that's probably why people go, they're going to win it, though, because it's inevitable. Because more often than not, you're in a one-horse race, as an example. And I think that's what's ironic about this. Say Leverkusen didn't have this resurgence and weren't very good right now, you'd probably be clear at the top of the league by 10 points. And any frailties wouldn't be being focused on too much, which is why lots of managers at Bayern have lost their jobs after winning league titles, but not doing well in the Champions League, because I think you're bored knowing in their heart of hearts. There have been many a year where winning the league was relatively easy, and the Champions League performances are. And it's interesting as well, because I know that they won last night, Barcelona, but both Company and Hansi Flick at the start of the season for the first 2 months, it was, this is what Thomas Tuchel should have been doing last year. It's not a defensive Tuchel, but it was maybe an overreaction to the start of Vincent Kompany at Bayern Munich. The same as Hansi Flick. Now, I still think he might win something this year, Flick, and he's still a very good manager. Yeah. But they had that wobble in the middle, and everyone's like, oh, maybe we've got a little bit ahead of ourselves. This is what happens. There's peaks and troughs. There's ups and downs. And especially for Kompany, he's only been a manager 3 years, and he's probably now realizing what real pressure looks like as a manager.
I think what also plays a part, right, is the fact that Bayern have had a monopoly over the German league, right? There isn't the same level of financial capacity that your rivals have. So you can go.
But they're being smarter with their money.
They are, but I'm saying
we got Ronaldo for free, and we paid how much for Guerrero, who gave away a penalty? That penalty that we gave away towards the end of the second half. There was seconds left. Feyenoord at 4v2 break. Jimenez was breaking. You had Haj Musa. You got another midfielder go up. He slowed down a bit, passed it over to the left. I think it was to Stengs, and then he trips over Stengs for no reason. So at the dying minutes of the second of the first half, give away a penalty. Jimenez blasted it home, bro. We're doing what bad teams do, is finding ways to lose. And I'm telling you right now, in this Champions League, our firepower cannot overcome our shambolic defense. Every single Bayern game, Upamecano's crashing into Neuer. Neuer is in la-la land, passing the ball around for no reason. Kim is losing some aerial duel somewhere. And then Davies, who's injured now, because for time after time after time, he's had to have recovery pace to bail out Upamecano, who isn't in the freaking TV picture of the frame of the picture of the goal for the first Feyenoord goal. That's not the first time it's happened this season. Bro, this team is doomed to fail. It's doomed to fail.
There we
go. So in the Champions League, if we played Arsenal, we would probably lose. I wouldn't favor us again. Any half decent team away from home is beating us.
I understand that. Super chat here. Steve, what team do you not support in the Champions League?
Bayern, man.
The good ones. I know it's the Champions League show, but you saw my boy Ollie. Yeah, Ollie did win his first game today, 4-1. So congratulations to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer back in football.
Who's he manager?
Batitskas.
Oh,
Beşiktaş. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. When you come from the same hood as some of these players and you know their family, you appreciate more why saying they didn't play well is enough. Calling them expletives when you haven't kicked a ball makes you look a chump. Well, listen, everyone is free.
I'm a chump. That's fine.
No, he's not talking. He ain't talking about you. He's talking about what Saad said earlier. But at the same, I think people say that. And listen,